Hello students, it's Nazia Begum here welcoming you all in the 10th lecture of chapter 1. In today's lecture we are going to study about work done in rotating a dipole. So students, we have already discussed when the dipole is placed in an electric field. That time what happened? At the both the ends of the dipole one force appears which is equals to QE. Okay, this force is equal but in opposite direction, and because of that torque is produced here, and torque is the force which rotates the dipole. Okay, so we have studied about torque already, that because of torque turning effect is there. That turning effect, what it does, it try to rotate the dipole in the direction of electric field. So when that torque is rotating the dipole, some work is done here in rotating that dipole. Now today we will find out how much work is done by that torque. Okay, so students, suppose a dipole is rotated from 0 degree to theta degree. Okay, so what is the formula of work? Generally work equals to force into displacement, that is in linear motion, but here there is no linear motion. Okay, because one force is positive plus QE, another force is negative minus QE. Okay, here you can see that two forces plus QE plus minus QE. When we add them both, plus minus become minus, so F equals to 0. That means there will be no linear motion. Linear force is 0, but because both the forces are working in opposite direction, that's why one torque will be produced. So in linear motion, W equals to work equals to force into displacement, but here linear motion is not there. Which motion is there? Rotation. Okay, and that rotation, in that rotation when the dipole will move, so what thing will change here? Here the angle will be changing. See, P is making angle with E. So when the torque will rotate, value of this angle will change. Okay, so here in place of force, what is there? Torque. And in place of displacement, what is there? Angular displacement. Okay, so work done in rotating a dipole in an electric field equals to torque into angular displacement. So W equals to tau into theta. But this value of work is applicable when the torque remain constant in overall rotation. Okay, if torque is constant in overall rotation, that time W equals to tau into theta. But in case of torque, we have seen that as the value of theta changes. Okay, let me show you. When we have studied about torque, we got this equation of tau, PE sin theta. So here torque tau depends on theta. Okay, and when the dipole rotates, the value of theta will change, and that's why tau also will change continuously. Is it clear? So in the overall rotation, continuously the value of tau will change. So this equation W equals to tau into theta is not applicable here. Okay, because the value of tau is changing continuously. So we have to use another method to find out the work done. In this method, what we will do? We will distribute the whole rotation in small angles. Okay, Suppose the dipole is rotated from 0 degree to theta degree. So what we do, from 0 to theta degree, we divide the angular displacement in very small angular distances, that is in term of d theta. We find out the work done for these small distances, small angular distances, and then we sum them up for the whole work done, and summing up means integration. Okay, so old formula which we are using for deriving other formulas, first you take out for a small quantity and then integrate that to get it for whole quantity. So suppose the dipole is rotated from a very small distance d theta, so that time work done will be small, dw equals to tau into d theta. Okay, so the total work done in moving the dipole from theta 1 to theta 2, for a small angular displacement d theta, work is dw. If we have to rotate it from a position theta 1 to a position theta 2, so what we will do, total work equals to integration from theta 1 to theta 2 dw. So here limits will be there, because we know from where to where we have to move, so that's why we will put limits. So putting the value of dw, tau into d theta, putting the value of tau, Pe sin theta d theta. P and E, they both are constant, they are independent of theta. In the formula of P and E, the term theta is not there. Okay, here integration is there with respect to theta. In P and E, theta is not there, so they will come out. Theta 1 to theta 2 sin theta d theta. When we integrate sin theta, it is minus cos theta. So Pe minus cos theta, upper limit, lower limit, by applying the formula, upper limit minus lower limit 1. So minus cos theta is there. So upper limit means minus cos theta 2 minus cos theta 1. Upper limit minus lower limit. Okay, minus plus, so Pe minus cos theta 2 plus cos theta 1, or it can be written as W equals to Pe cos theta 1 minus cos theta 2. Okay, so this is the equation for work done when the dipole is rotated from theta 1 to theta 2. Okay, now some cases related to this equation we will continue in our part 2 of today's lecture.